Wow, has this been a week in the world stories around us? All kinds of problems, from Ebola viruses to ISIS to prophecies coming forth. And here's what I have begun to ask. God, where are you? And here's what he's answering me. He's right on the throne. He's right there, intervening in the hearts of men, giving us strength instead of fear. And I encourage you right now, this is no time to be fearful. This is no time to put your hands down and say, we're overcome. This is the time to look up and to focus your eyes upon Jesus. Today in our weekly tips and the stories that I want to bring to you, you'll see two themes that you can use in your family. One is this interesting concept about the holidays and the seasons of God. In 1997, I watched a video production that was done for television from an old show called Day of Discovery. I found that archive just last week on YouTube, and so I have it referenced there for you. What it talks about is our amazing God and how he has set up a system of feasts and holidays. This is great material for your home because many right now are looking at the signs of the times, they're looking at what's going on in the Middle East, and they're talking about things like Joseph Kahn with the Harbinger and all of these different prophetical words coming from all different sections of the body of Christ as we look into Israel right now. I didn't have the background to understand it. In fact, I was totally ignorant of what it meant when we said Feast of Tabernacles. So I commend that to you. You can even just watch the first one and get an amazing understanding. The next thing you'll find as you look through some of the stories we have is a theme that I think is very important for our young people to get today. What's going on in our universities is now 2 to 3 generations of movement toward progressivism and liberalism and thought processes that are very anti-biblical thought. I picked out 2 or 3 significant stories this week that if you look through and you find the parts that I have marked for you, you're going to see the mindsets that are in our universities right now. Now, I'm not saying that everybody in a university system believes this, but this is the dominant thing that's being taught. And our young people need to know that, we need to know that, and we need to learn how to recognize and lead right now while many are trying to solve very difficult problems with the wrong worldview. So I hope those will be helpful to you as you study and talk about these things. We're also, don't forget about Pray 31. Pray 31 each day during October. I know Doug has put that on the tip for this day, but if you can't get a hold of that little guide, it's not too hard. Just start with the beginning of the alphabet of the states and join us as we go across the nation and pray for each one of the states. 5 minutes every day during the month of October. So I'll tell you what, if you take this little guide I'm giving you here, you go through some of the things that are in this resource and you begin to pray, you're going to have a great week together as a family, building your relationships, keeping conflict away, because you'll notice that's what we're talking about in the tips over the next week. How do you solve conflict when you're under pressure? And living a joy-filled life. Jesus is still here bringing joy to his children. We'll see you next week.